Hey everyone, tonight we're working on the Sony receiver. It is an STR D560Z. These go for anywhere between 60 to 100 bucks based on condition. As always, we need to make sure that we clean everything first. We're not going to ship anything like that. And so our trusty brushes are going to do a pretty good job at getting in all these spaces, all these crevices. And an easy way to go about testing this, of course, for your input signal, you can connect a video game system, a DVD player, what have you. For my particular setup, I just shoot video game signals at them, right? And I'll show you guys that later. Now, as far as how to go about testing all these, well, you can get yourself a relatively cheap set of speakers. You can find these at garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. I mean, you name it. They don't even have to be fancy. In my case, they happen to be some Sonys, and these are your basic black and red, setup. If you want to get fancy, you can tin the tips, right? You can solder the tips, and that way your wire won't fray. And you want to make sure that you're testing all of your outputs: zone A, zone B, left, right, rear receivers, what have you, your voltage output over here. Generally, if your receiver has some weight to it, it means it's got a transformer, which means it'll be more high powered than if it didn't. Some good brands, of course, Sony is always going to be a good brand when it comes to receivers. Another one is going to be Denon, of course, Yamaha, Harman Kardon, I don't know how to pronounce that one. Those are all good ones. There was a point in time where Pioneer was good and JVC. Now, mind you, some of those models are still good, but they're just not as sought after. You know, those brands have kind of fallen by the wayside. But anyway, so we're gonna do some cleaning, do some testing. All of your products, whether it's a $20 item or a $2,000 items, clean them, test them, check them, show a video if you're going to list it on eBay or Marketplace or wherever you have the ability to. Show that your item is working, because here's the thing: why would I spend all this time on something that's going to only earn me $30? Well, first of all, you purchased it, right? And you purchased it with the intent of selling it. On top of that, the last thing you want is to get burned with bad feedback or a return on an item that wasn't even worth that much, right? We've all had it happen. You get the cheapskate buyer or the bad buyer or the scammer or what have you. And so you want to protect yourself, and the way you do that is by doing due diligence and making sure that you've done everything that's expected from you. Treat it as a brand.